Hi, I'm Tiffany Patland, host of the Tiffany Talks Health and Wellness podcast, where I discuss tools, tips, and techniques to heal your mind, body, and soul. I am on a godly mission to heal the world. Our special guest today is Tara Eusebi. She is the founder and chief blesser of Bless and the Bless Life Architect. In 2018, Tara stepped away from a successful career in corporate America to pursue her passion for helping others. This pursuit led to the creation of Bless, a mobile app that is bringing communities together to help one another in every part of the world. The account of her journey will inspire and encourage you to uncover your passion and go after your dreams. Let's bring on Tara.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am amazing, and I'm so happy to have you here today. I had you on. I meant to have you on for episode 5, and I know something happened, so I went ahead with the show and I talked all about your app. So for anybody out there that wants to learn more about that, I did share about that in episode 5, but now we have her here. So I'm so excited to hear all about you. Can you elaborate on your journey about stepping away from corporate America to pursue this amazing dream?
Sure, I would love to. It's just quite the story. I had worked in corporate and held a number of jobs, like many people do. When you're growing up and you're getting older, you kind of feel like you need to fit into the framework that society has set up for us. And so you strive and strive and strive to, get the better job, make more money. Even that management position. I always had an uncle that would always ask me, are you president yet, of the company that I worked for? And I know their heart, like they wanted you just to do better. But this is like that framework that society has set up, these expectations that people put on us that we don't realize how they really can impact us in a not so good way sometimes. And so I had been working, held different jobs, got an operations management position for one company, then moved into another company with the same title where I was doing sales and just all kinds of stuff. I was very successful, but I just felt like, geez, this can't be it. I was making more money than I'd ever made in my entire life, but I felt so unfulfilled. I mean, everything was good with family. I mean, it really didn't make any sense when you kind of looked at it all, from a societal standpoint. You thought, well, you've done well considering you didn't really have a major in college. You went to a junior college. You're doing pretty good. But I just thought there's got to be something more than this. And I was feeling pretty miserable. And one day I was asked a question. It changed everything. And the question was, what is your passion?
Yes.
What is it that you ultimately want to do? And it was so interesting because I think about that often, because this was a moment in time when everything in my life began to change because I wanted it to change. But I had never really thought about what am I passionate about? Like that wasn't something that was like a common conversation. I don't think it's common actually in our day-to-day activities in society with people. We ask people, well, what do you do for a living? It's not the same as what
You're
is your
right.
passion, right? And so now we're working to kind of like turn that whole thing around and like, let's get people doing what they're really supposed to be doing.
Yes.
But anyway, I was asked that question and immediately, without hesitation, I answered and I said, you know what? If I could do anything, I would just go bless people. And I started just listing off these names of people that I would go and help if I didn't have to go to work that day. And then I went off to work. I went off to work that day, but something started on the inside of me that just I found it would not let me go. And I realized, like, oh my gosh, this is my why. We wonder, why on earth am I on earth? This was it. This was the reason that I'm here. This is what I was put here for, to bring people together, to teach and kind of retrain humanity on how we're really supposed to be, live, and act, where we recognize that we need each other, that we're stronger together, that need doesn't make you needy, it makes you human. Which, that's so powerful, because we all have needs, and people think, well, I can't share my need because then it's a sign of weakness. That couldn't be
Mm,
more incorrect, right? We need each other. We're humanity. We have needs, and when we share them, it empowers others to help, because then they know what we need. It
yeah,
sounds so simple. That's because it is. So
I
this
agree.
is kind of like how the whole thing got started, Tiffany. And you can see it doesn't take much to get me going. And then I don't give you an opportunity to even poke in. So let me pause
Oh,
for a
no,
second.
you're fine. I'm just
Okay.
in total agreement with everything that you're saying. I resonate with everything, because me too, with my whole journey, I was working, going to school, getting degrees, and the degrees that I have, like for project management, I'm not using that until I found my passion, just like what you said. And
Right.
I found out that my passion is to use my past, my story, my pain to help other people. And that it's something inside of you, just like what you described. So I agree, I resonate, and this is just beautiful. I would love for you to share some amazing ways that you've seen others being blessed. But actually, before that, you want to talk about the Bless app?
Sure, I would love to. So that was basically my creation, as that question was asked, and then it started to grow on the inside of me. I remember being at the market one day, and I had this thought, if you knew that the person you're passing here in the market had a need that you could help with, that would you help?
Oh,
And I
yeah.
thought, well, I would totally help, but how can I know what people really need? I mean, I'm actually very much an introvert, believe it or not. And I don't go up to random people, or really anybody. I'm just not like that to say, how can I help you? What's your need? But I thought, man, if we had a way we could know, that was literally the moment when the vision for Bless as an app started to come alive on the inside of me. And I thought, man, if we could have a platform where people could go, where they could not just share their needs, and we're talking about any kind of need. So we're having to retrain humanity on even what need is, because a lot of times we think that we're in a needy position, we're desperate, and that qualifies as need.
Yeah.
That's not correct. It could be that, but it's not just that. Maybe you just need a listening ear. Maybe you need someone to go on a walk with. Maybe you need a helping hand. Maybe you're terrible at organizing and you just need someone to help you get organized. You know that there are people with gifts and talents on the inside of them that are so good at it, and they're even willing just to bless you with that. This is about just being a blessing to each other. So not only can you share
Mm,
your needs on Bless, but I love being able to offer help through Bless. So we call it Meet a Need. And you can get on there and you can say, hey, I've got a few hours on Friday if you need a helping hand, a listening ear, or you know what? I just went through my closet. Instead of just getting rid of these things, I want to set out to give on purpose, with purpose, to change lives and impact generations. Because when you start to look at the things you've been blessed with that have served you well, and you can see that, oh my gosh, there's power in these material things. They
yes.
could actually change a life. I mean, I've realized this, and it's become so big since we launched the app, and have watched children's lives being impacted, and parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles, just humanity being blessed through these purposeful acts of kindness. This is what we do. So this is what you can do on Bless. You can share needs, you can offer to meet a need, and then once you've been blessed or been a blessing, you can mark your post as blessed. You share your experience, and it goes into the blessings feed, which is my absolute favorite, where you can reflect on all the good things taking place in your local community and throughout the world. So this is the simplicity of the platform. You can also create groups on Bless for what you're passionate about, to not just connect with others, because we do a lot of connecting. we need to do beyond connecting and actually change our communities. So when we come together with people that have a like passion, whether it's helping feed the hungry, or whether it's just a neighborhood kind of watch type of deal. I mean, there's power in neighborhoods. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
create a neighborhood group on Bless and gather all your neighbors, and then everybody can share their needs with the neighborhood group, and offer help to just the neighborhood group if they want. So this is the power that lies behind this, because you're not just connecting, oh, I know so and so. No, this is hands on, boots on the
Mhm.
ground, as I like to say. We're going out and we're helping people, we're making a difference, and we're giving people the tangible touch that they need, because we do absolutely need each other and are the best help for humanity.
This is so amazing. I love it. And you're right, because people do see asking for help as a weakness when in actuality, asking for help takes a lot of courage and strength. So, for anybody out there listening, if you need help, join the Bless app, ask for help. That is a strength. There's courage in that. There's good stuff in that, and you will be blessed. What is that saying? If you do not ask, you can't receive. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You have to
You
ask.
don't have because you don't ask, right? I mean, we
Yes.
have to ask. It doesn't hurt anything to ask. And yes, it makes you more vulnerable, but let your humanity show. It's
Yes.
okay to let your humanity show. And look, I'm the chief blesser of Bless. This is something I have really had to work on for myself, because I'm like the one, like, you feel kind of like an obligation. You created this app to like bring communities together to help one another. When I see a need, oh my gosh, I'm ready to like move heaven and earth to try and meet that need. But I've realized I have to share my own needs. I have to let the community know, yes, okay, I am the chief blesser, but part of being the chief blesser is acknowledging that I have needs and letting my humanity show, so that others can participate in and just helping. And it brings us closer. Doing this does something. It's different than buying and selling. It's different than saying, oh, I have this and I'm going to sell. No, it's just not the same. And if you've never tried just randomly blessing somebody with something, give it a whirl. It will change your life and you'll get addicted to it. I call it the ultimate bad day cure. I mean,
Ooh.
literally, if you're having an off day, this is how you can flip the switch. And sometimes this happens to me. I wake up, I don't feel like the chief blesser, but I know in my head, like, look, if I just set out to be a blessing to somebody, and just that thought flips the switch, and I'm ready to rock and roll, because I know humanity is waiting for the gift, the talent that's on the inside of me. They need this to come forth. And it's the same for all of you out there. There's something that you have to give. And this
Yes.
is what I love about Bless as well, because it's not just about giving material items. Everybody, I don't care what your status is in life, we all have something to give. This is part of this retraining that we're doing. Even if there are homeless people that get on Bless and they share their needs, well, we're in there behind the scenes saying, you know what? Thank you for sharing your need here, but I want to encourage you, in the midst of your most desperate need, what do you have that you can give back? Even if it's a helping hand, even if it's offering a listening ear or an encouraging word, we all have something to give. And when you start getting people to think this way, then they start to see over all the need, and everything with their perspective begins to change. And it's so powerful. So we're doing this isn't just an app. This isn't just a social media thing. This is a literal retraining of humanity, so that we can change the world by changing
Yes.
lives one need at a time, and
Yes.
uniting humanity through the power of Bless. And the coolest part is it's already happening. It's already working, and it's changing lives in a big way.
That's what I wanted to ask you about, to share. Like, what are those amazing ways? Like, is there like a story or a particular moment where you were like, "Oh my gosh," because you saw
Yeah.
the power of someone blessing another person?
There are so many stories
I
actually,
bet.
but and I love to share. And so there's some that are just kind of floating to the top right now. So pretty recently, there was a young lady that got on Bless, shared like a desperate need. Her and her family were just in a situation financially where they needed help. They may even still need help to this moment. But the fact that this story went this way was amazing. So she shared her need. I talked with her on the phone personally for like 30 minutes, because it's important that we know that stories are validated. We don't want people to be taken advantage of on Bless. That's why we have Vouch for Me. And until people get fully used to using the Vouch for Me system, which is super cool, it's just like a review of yourself. You send those Vouch for Me requests to those that know you best so that they can say, hey, I've known this person for this long. This is how I know them. And this is something about them that you want to share. These are a great way to help build trust in the community. But there are times when a need shared, it just touches my heart. And so I feel like I need to connect. This is what I did with this young lady and heard her story. And I wanted to share it further. In the course of our conversation, I said to her, we all have something to give. And I know that you are in a really low place, and it causes a lot of anxiety and stress. You don't know how you're going to take care of your kids. Like, I get it. But I want you to begin to think, what is it that you have that you can give in the midst of your need? And not long after that phone call, I see in the Meets feed her offer to help by she's an artist. So she said she offered to do a drawing. If anyone needed anything drawn, that she would want to bless somebody with that.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I thought, oh my gosh, this landed. Like, this is somebody that can see that there's hope, that there's a way out of this. And so when we can start to get people to think this way, then it's generational. If we can get the mama
Mm.
to think this way, well, then the babies are going to start thinking this way, and not
Yes.
just be so need minded, but see that even in the midst of that need. So she did that, and it wasn't long, Tiffany, and people started blessing her with money. Financial donations started coming in. I shared her post a little bit further, and then get this: out of that, money was sent to help her here in the United States from Kenya, Africa.
Wow.
One of my blessed ambassadors, you may know John, in Kenya. It's still just it. It's hard to like comprehend that. Kenya,
Wow.
Africa, where they have so much need. He sent a good little chunk of money to help multiple people.
Wow. I
How
have
does that even
goosebumps.
work? I
It's
mean,
so
like,
beautiful. Oh my
but this
gosh.
is what's happening. And so he became a Bless ambassador. John had been on Bless nearly since the beginning. And, I've never met him face to face other than, virtual, right? But I've been watching, just been watching him through the course of time. And I thought, you know what, this man needs to be an ambassador for Bless. And so we started this earlier this year, and launched this program where we've got people with like heart, like me, love community, just like you, that want to be a part and share Bless in whatever capacity that we can. And so he started this work in Kenya, Africa. And when he sent money via Western Union, I've never received money via Western Union, but I figured out how to do it. And then I distributed what he sent it to Bless Supply so I could distribute it, as he wanted it distributed. And that's what we did. It still touches my heart in such a great way that in the dire need that they're in there, that he would want to give in this way. So, I mean, let's just say
Ah,
these were the only two people that were blessed by Bless. Totally worth it, but they are not the only two people. There have been
right.
many, and there are going to be many, many, many more. I mean, we are just getting started, and my mission is to change this world this way, and I'm not going to stop until I can say mission accomplished.
Yes.
This is
Be
what
the
we're
change.
aiming for. Yeah. So
Be
one need at a time, and it's totally doable. I mean, it's happening.
Oh my gosh. I had goosebumps when you're telling me that because I know that what you said in Africa, they have a need, but guess what? Help was coming out. And it's a domino effect. And not only that, it connects you in a spiritual way when you help other people. It actually sparks something in you. And the fact that that other lady that was in so much need, you talking to her and she put herself out there. Wow. I love
I
it. This is
know.
the kind of stuff that I love. Be the change you wish to see in the world, and you've made a way for people to do just that. And
Right.
I know you also have a what's this? Why on earth am I on Earth?
Yeah.
Blueprint. Can you talk
So
about that?
yeah, so recently, this is like what I'm calling my second heart project. Okay, this is the Blessed Life Architect, where we're building fulfilled lives drafted through passion. And so this
Mhm.
is just another way of changing lives, more advanced. I mean, Bless is a pure gift, pure platform. It's a gift for all humanity. There's no charge to the app, there's no ads to distract from its purpose and content. It is the purest platform you will find. And so there's no gimmicks or tricks to that. The Blessed like Life Architect is a little bit different in that I offer this free mini blueprint called Why on Earth Am I on Earth? And I'm actually in the process, depending on when you're listening to this, to kind of revamping this a little bit, even though I just recently launched it. After I launched, I thought, you know what? There needs to be some more tweaks to this. So I'm working on that, but it's going to soon be relaunched, and it'll be Why on Earth Am I on Earth? 3 secrets to living your fulfilled life. And it's going to be powerful. And then with that, there's a paid platform called Pivot to Passion. Basically, what I've done here is created these courses to help people that have no clue why they're here on the planet discover why, and then actually empower, equip, and motivate them to make the pivot to their passion, because
Mm,
knowing your why isn't enough. I found this out. Like, if I were to just say, oh, well, now I know why I'm here, and not do anything with it, what
yeah.
good would that be, right? But making that actual pivot to your passion is not easy. So, I mean, it's been almost 4 years now since I took this leap of faith and quit my job to pursue my passion. And through this journey, what I've done now is taken everything that I've learned that's kept me laser focused and made me so successful. And I've put it into these programs to help other people do the same thing.
Wow. I just want you to know that you inspired me with what you were saying because I love what Tara is doing so much. It's so in alignment with everything that I'm doing. That's why I wanted her on the show to talk about the Bless app and talk about everything that she's doing. But you've inspired me today. I'm going to go on there and I'm going to offer my services to help somebody that's in need that has gone, through trauma and that is suffering. So thank you for that. I'm going to make it a point to do that today. And I wanted to share with everybody that I love what she's doing so much that I too am a Bless ambassador. And did you want to talk about that in case anybody else is in love with
Sure.
this and has the hearts that we do to join this?
Yeah, this is just how it happens, Tiffany. Is I think I was on the show with you and I can't remember her name, but your partner, and we did a podcast recording, and I mentioned Bless ambassadors, and people go, "Well, I want to be a Bless ambassador," and so this is how this whole thing kind of came down. I mean, these are people that love helping people. They have a heart for community. They have a heart to help. And they just so happen to want to use Bless by which to do it. They want to promote this free gift. The cool thing about promoting a free gift is you're not selling anything. We're just saying, like, look, here's this free gift that's been designed to literally bring people together to help one another. And I don't know who's listening out there, but you have to at some point kind of be honest with yourself and say, I'm kind of tired of all the ads, of all the what do you call it, the watching they're doing of every move we make on social media,
Oh, yeah.
and wanting to really hone in on, can we just help people in a pure way? And
Yes.
can I just get help in a pure way without all the other garbage? So this is what Bless is. Purest platform you'll find. You'll even see when you go to download Bless, no data collection. What? No, you heard me. No data collection. Why? Because the point of Bless isn't to gain and use humanity as a product. The point of Bless is to be a blessing to humanity. So when I say free, and then I tell people that I really mean it, there's no asterisk, no fine print. This is a free, pure gift. Just to see the shock on their faces is worth it all. There's no ulterior motive here. I want to see communities changed in every part of the world. And so these Bless ambassadors are people like me. And eventually we will have them in absolutely every community throughout the world. People that want to
Yes.
help cultivate the Bless culture, which is what I talked about earlier, about retraining humanity in simple ways. And I say retraining because it's true. Deep inside of us, we know these things. We've just forgotten because society has tried to change
Yep.
us and train us in a different way. So we're here to remind people to set the example, to be the ones that are bold enough and vulnerable enough to share our own needs through Bless, to offer help through Bless and to share that app with everybody that we know so that more and more people can be a part of it. That's really the goal and the duties of a Bless ambassador. And each one help at whatever level they can. There's never any pressure when you're an ambassador. It should be easy and light, something that comes so automatically that you just want to be a part of it because it's already your heart. So if that's something that
Yeah.
interests you, you can absolutely reach out. I know Tiffany will have all the details on how to get in touch with me. And you can always get in touch through Bless because I do reach out to every new person on Bless.
Yes, and I can attest to everything that Tara is talking about with, the data, collecting data, free, and being a pure platform to sincerely just bless humanity. So thank you so much for sharing that. And as we come to the end of our show, do you have a profound statement, quote, or mantra that you live by that has helped you heal or anything like that that just can inspire our listeners and our viewers today?
You know what keeps me going every single day is this phrase that I heard right when I started to get this vision for Bless, and it was like humanity is waiting for you.
Mm.
And this is true of everyone. If you have not yet figured out what your assignment is, why are you here, right? What are you supposed to be doing here? Just know whatever that gift and calling is, whatever this purpose is that you've yet to find, or if you're living in it, let this phrase drive you on the daily that all of humanity is literally waiting for you to do what you do because we need what you have to offer. And that's what gets me up and keeps me going every single day is all of you.
I had to type that into the comment thread as soon as you said it because I didn't want to forget that. It's so beautiful. Humanity is waiting for you. Wow, talk about powerful. So, everybody, be sure to check out Tara and follow her on all social media platforms. Everything will be listed in the show notes. Thank you, Tara, so much for coming onto the show, and we will be in touch.
Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You take care.
You
Bye.
too.
So thank you to everybody watching and listening to today's episode. Please comment with what resonated with you and feel free to invite your friends and family to like and follow on Facebook and YouTube. You can also listen on all major podcast platforms. And I leave you today with this thought. Your greatest test is when you are able to bless someone else while you are going through your own storm. I'm Tiffani Patland signing off until the next episode. Take care, everybody. Bye.